Hi everyone. I'm gonna put on a little bit of um, lip. Okay. So I know it's late, and I'm going to be doing just a small part one, like an intro of what's to come, and then I'm going to follow up with a couple more lives with you guys. Inshallah, it'll be like tomorrow. I'll follow up, but I really wanted to like come on and do a small part one intro with you guys. So thank you so much. I miss you guys a lot. I hope you guys are doing well. And this is going to be the Celeb edition, and I'm going to get into a few things so that when we start for next tomorrow, you guys will be caught up. You'll have something. All right, guys. So, for those that don't know me, I'm Najaam Lee. I'm a spiritual life coach, health wellness consultant, intuitive reader, Reiki master. Um, I wrote a book called K.A.L.I, Kill Anxiety, Live Immensely, and which is a really great bestseller right now. I'm super excited because it has helped a lot of people, especially when it comes to anxiety, stress, pain, sadness. Triggers and just like the pressures of life. We all have pressures of life, and this book really helps with the tools and techniques. Anyways, I'm doing a free book giveaway right now. So all you have to do is just go to my website, which is thenajmahal.com. Again, that's thenajmahal.com. I'm going to put everything in the description and in the comments. You guys can click it. Giving away the book free, so you can go grab it. Like, go grab it. I will rush a copy to you. It's a soft cover copy of my book. It'll be rushed out to you guys. So all you have to do is sign up, and the book is free. All you have to do is cover for me shipping and handling, which is only $9.95, and that's it. And you'll have the book. I'll send it to you anywhere you are. Okay, so with that being said, a bit about my background, I do readings. If you guys have checked out, I do the Intuitive Minute, or what we call TIMS, and the readings that I do for the week, Monday to Friday. So this week is coming up. Plus, it's my birthday weekend, my birthday week as well, 25th. So it kicks off. I'm celebrating the whole season of Sagittarius. So we kick off on the 25th, and we're going to go straight through. So I'm excited to do that. So let me just do a couple of announcements. Well, I did the first one, which is a free book. Go grab it. The second is make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, do that right now. You can click the link above or below, wherever it is. Subscribe. You don't want to miss when I come on live. And I'm excited to do more lives on YouTube, as well as when I'm doing other vlogs. So I do have the Naj Mahal vlog, and just vlogging with me. I do post that up on a weekly. I know I've slowed down a bit because I was sick for a couple of weeks earlier, from October into early November, but I'm doing way better now. So and yeah, so okay, I don't want to keep babbling. It is late already. It's like 12:30 my time over here on the East Coast. So let's get into this really quickly of what I'm going to do. As I said before, I am doing the Intuitive Minute Celeb edition. There has been a lot of celebrities that have passed, I would say from September. Hi, Shivi. Hi. From September all the way to now, November. Like, it has been crazy. A lot of people just passing and dropping like that, right? So, I really want to highlight those names, and then I'm going to tell you who I'm going to focus on or laser in on. Plus, I have not forgotten the Nipsey Hussle Lauren London, right? I did a part one on that, and you guys had asked me to do a part two and go deeper. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to do that in all this coverage that we're going to do. So it'll be several videos, several live streams I'm going to do, and we're just going to cover. I was waiting because when people cross, there's a period of time that they need to allocate and to do the things they need to do on that side while they're crossing. And pulling on their energy, asking questions and stuff is not a good thing at the beginning. So I like to give at least a 7-day window, 7-day period to 21-day period of them figuring out what's going on, connecting with their ancestors if they know how to do that, and so forth. And I'm going to highlight a few that's been happening. Um, So I haven't forgotten. I'm going to write it here. We're going to cover the part two of Lauren London and Nipsey because the question is like, how involved was she in it, right? So we're going to cover that. So look out for that video within this period. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, guys. So right now, you can ask a question if you want to, but I'm not going to answer questions at the moment. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Um, so from November 16th, I won't even include today. Today, the 5 people were killed in Colorado of that mass shooting. Uh, from what I got is the LGBTQ community that was targeted, and it reminds me of several of these has happened before in the United States around the same time. If you don't know, November, the end of October into November is harvest season. So if you're new to the American culture, Thanksgiving is usually the celebration of the harvest, the celebration of planting all year round, or especially spring, summer, gathering food and stuff. And this is coming from, especially around the pilgrims, and I would even say slavery time and so forth. There's a period, a cycle of planting and harvesting, right? And this is usually the season of harvest from the beginning of October, because Canada has their harvest season. So I would say like the beginning of October, around the 9th, 10th, or 11th of October. And then the United States has their harvest season of around the 24th of, or it's always a Thursday. So 24th to 25th, it always lands around my birthday, 24th to 25th. So the 25th this year, my birthday is on a Friday. I think last year it was on a Thursday or something like that, or a couple years back. So my birthday is always fused in with the celebration of Thanksgiving. That is why I usually celebrate the whole entire season so that I can get my own self-care, self-love time celebration for me. But with that being said, that is what harvesting time, all the food that you gather. Now, when you go into the occult, further more into the occult, this is a time where they sacrifice a lot of people. So there have been a lot of wars. If you don't know, a lot of wars have happened, especially when it comes to the indigenous people of this land, indigenous people of the land in Canada. I'm Canadian, and the indigenous lands, and so a lot of wars, a lot of killing. So one of those, which has happened many times on the day of Thanksgiving, um, where um, there was a lot of killings of indigenous people on the day of Thanksgiving. And so it's not a celebration. Even for me, it's not really a celebration because you're murdering people on the day of harvest, right? So it's all together of harvesting. So you're harvesting food and you're harvesting people, right? And utilizing blood rituals and other type of rituals or occult rituals in this process. So when you see like all these mass killings that are happening and will happen, there probably going to be a few more within the month of November. It's part of that ritual. So last year it was the Travis Scott concert with all them people, I think 9 or 10 people that got killed, right? That's harvesting and so forth. A lot of harvesting, like mass killing. So I look into these, and so I want to put a disclaimer out. I have to put a disclaimer before I continue, which is I am a spiritual life coach. This disclaimer is that this is for entertainment purposes only. I look into the spiritual side of people crossing. Why do people cross? What happened? What's happening to them from the spiritual perspective, right? What happened to them prior to and leading up to, and once they cross over, what has happened? And I am only doing this for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take my word as advice. I really suggest everyone to go do their own research and they can go look it up themselves. And so this is what that is. And I will also post my disclaimer below so that we are clear. um, Entertainment person only. I'm a spiritual life coach, health wellness consultant, intuitive reader, Reiki master, and a writer. And I do these readings as an intuitive reader. I'm an empath. I'm a one that can see, can hear, and see ahead with a lot of things. So that's what I do. Is how I come across from my talent and skills that I hold. All right, guys. So with that disclaimer out, let's continue. So with this harvesting season, then you're seeing certain names coming up who are being part of that harvest. My question is why, right? My question is what did they sign? And a lot of times it's mostly celebrities, especially from the music industry. You have the film industry, you have the sports industry. Is usually those are the top three industries you will see a lot of this going on. I'm looking at numerology. You can look into also gematria. I use a bit of gematria. I use a bit of numerology, and I use a bit of just going to their ancestors or to them in the spiritual realm. A lot of times they want answers to, or just to pinpoint certain things. So they'll come to me or show me things. So that's usually what it is. So when we sit together in the part 2 video live stream, we're going to cover the ones that I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cover. So let's look at who has crossed so far. So we have Nikki A. Cox, who's an actress. She died November 16th, and she was 47. You have Jason David Frank, who was an actor. He died November 20th, and he was 49. Let's check out the numbers, right? Jason David Frank was the guy for Power Rangers. He was one of the Power Rangers. B. Smith. I think this is a guy. It's not the other B. Smith that we know. This is, I think, an actor. But he died November 17th. Then you have Adrian Dingle, who was an NFL player. He died November 8th, and he was 45, right? You have Gallagher, who was a comedian. He died 11/11, and his age was 76. Conroy, who's a voice actor, he died November 10th, and he was 66. Look at the numbers, right? The numbers. You have Dan McCafferty, who was a vocalist. He died 11/8, and he was 76. You have Jeff Cook. I think he was a guitarist for Alabama. He died November 7th, and he was 78. Aaron Carter. I'm going to be covering him. I'm just waiting a couple of days so he can, you know, go forward because his spirit is really, really troubled. Um, so I'm going to be doing him, and because he wants answers, right? Um, so he died November 5th, and he was 34. Look at that, 7. I'm looking now, a lot of 7s in here when you add 7s, 4s, 7s going on. Takeoff, I'm going to cover him. I was waiting for him as well because I think too he's lost, and a lot of people don't know what to do for people when they cross, and so he's in idle mode. You don't know what to do. I think there was another reader, but they use the spirit box. I've never used the spirit box. I don't know, but he was able to connect with him. But something about that conversation that got me like thinking, which was Takeoff has said in that voice box that when he crossed, it was like so many people were passing him like for 3 days. Like is like how he expressed it, and that tells me he has not connected with any loved ones. He has not connected with any guide. He has not connected with any being over there of what to do, and how to help him, right? Because he don't know himself. He's very confused. The spirit, the soul is very confused, and is like in limbo right now. So he has no guide, he has no ancestors, and that tells me about his family as well. They haven't they haven't done anything in the process of like there's certain techniques you can do to help that you should be doing from the time your child is born, protection, of shielding, of having certain guardians around them, and so forth. This boy was like empty, like meaning nothing, nobody around, no protection whatsoever, nothing, right? um and then also too, the contract that he signed, and I'll get deeper into this when I go, when we link up, that the contract that he signed also pinned him in a certain spacing. And this happens a lot for many celebrities when they cross. It take a time. Some of them when they cross are still a slave. They're still pinned to a contract until their contract on this end ends, right? It's really, really terrible. There's a lot of occult magic used in these industries because it's all about money. Your soul is about, your soul is connected to this particular type of franchising, that it will continue and continue and continue. So you have to really mind what you sign. You have to really check what you sign, especially in these corporations, right? So we're gonna do Takeoff. We're gonna do Aaron Carter. Takeoff real name is Kershwit Kari Ball. The next person that died was Patrick Haggerty. He was 78. He died October 31st. Julie Powell, who's a writer, she's the one that for the let me for Julia, I think Julia something. But anyways, she's the who she wrote for was is a cook on TV. So she used to do her blogs. So she was 49 and she passed October 26th. Then you have Lee Jin Han. He's a K-pop star. out of South Korea, and he died October 29th, and he was 24. And that's also a major harvest because 150 people died from that. And they said it was a crowd stampede. That means a lot of people got crushed, and he was one of them. And he was only 24. So look at the time frame, 10/29. That's the season of Halloween. The veils have dropped. There are openings that have happened, and these beings, there are many entering and coming through. It's like a rush. Like if you ever see a rush to come or get to somewhere, you see this when the veils open and there's a rush to get down here. And unfortunately, this K-pop star was there. I don't know. I hope that one day we all wake up and see, you know, stop participating in this type of energy. Halloween, Hallow Eve, right? Hallows Eve. We have to really know what we're participating and what we're freely giving up when it comes to our soul spirit. And it's crazy. Other people know, and that's how they're able to utilize what you don't know. All right. Then you have D.H. Peligio. He was a musician. He died on October 28th, and he was 63, and he had an accidental fall. That reminded me of Trump's ex-wife, Ivanka Trump. Um, Same thing. They said she just fell, right? She fell down the stairs or something. An accidental fall. Honey, if we don't know by now how people can do a push. Then you have Robbie Coltrane. He was an actor on Harry Potter. He was the big, that I forgot his name in Harry Potter, but he died October 14th and he was 72. As I said, check out the numbers. A lot of sevens going on. A lot of sevens. Seven to me meaning completion. A lot of ending. Then you have Willie Spence. He was a singer on American Idol season 19, guys. And he died October 11th. And he was only 23, right? And he died in a car crash in Tennessee. Gotta look at these, so we're gonna look at a lot of these. So, the where is it here? Okay. Sarah Lee. This is what surprised me. Sarah Lee, who's a WWE athlete, right? If you watch WWE, these athletes are really powerful, strong, healthy, right? She died at the age of 30 on October 6th. Now, there is nothing stated of why she died. Nothing has come out. Like, nothing. If you guys know, let me know. But nothing has come out. And I found that kind of like odd, like, she died. She left 3 kids and a husband. What's going on here? What's going on in the contracts? Who was she with? Gotta look at all that. Next is Coolio. I'm going to do Coolio. I know he died the end of September, but I still feel like need to check what happened. They said he died of a heart attack, but I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know. I know he has spoken out many times when it came to the industry and certain other things. So, but he was an actor as well. He was found dead in LA, right? He was found dead on September 28th. So that piqued my curiosity, so I'll do it. And that he has had time to cross and move and to see, so it'll be a good moment to like ask questions, right? The other one was Jesse Powell. He died September 13th. He was an R&B singer. And then the last one that I did cover, which is P&B Rock. He died September 12th, before 2 p.m. I find it interesting because how it was written out. He died before 2 p.m. is how it's written. And it's like the photos, the videos, the pictures, something off, coming into a restaurant to kill somebody. I find that really odd to come into a restaurant. There are other people there eating, other people there enjoying, to come and kill somebody. Like, I look at what was the reason to walk in, so I'm gonna go, you know, those are the things that I looked at when I looked into this. Like, what would be the reason to walk in? You could have waited until he came outside. You didn't have to involve anybody else. It's just really weird. Nobody else at the table got shot, nothing like that, or injured, nothing. Oh, it's just so weird, the setup, right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover Takeoff of the Migos, and I'm going to look at that because a lot of people have shown the music video that was dropped several hours that prior to his death that day. I am going to cover in one of the videos, either the second one or third one, the Lauryn Hill Nipsey, to go deeper into that for you guys. I am going to do that. Aaron Carter, definitely I'm going to do that because he, prior to his death, he dropped a video about his life and other people wanting him dead, other people wanting his life. And I find that really interesting because that means he was scared for his freaking life, right? And you can tell he was dealing with a whole bunch of anxiety, stress. The person that he was with, so-called girlfriend, I think it was just a handler, or docked up as a handler. I have a lot of different things that are coming through when it comes to him, but um, he's just right now in this limbo, and it's kind of sad. I'm gonna do Coolio as well, and to really understand that, because that's just weird out of the blue. And because he was getting back on touring, he was getting back into a lot of things. So I'm really wondering what contract was signed, if another one was signed or whatever, but it just seems kind of odd because it reminded me of DMX. DMX signed a new contract and was supposed to be getting back to touring, new music and all this stuff, and then so it's just kind of patterns here. I'm checking patterns. There's plenty of patterns here. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment section for me, and let me know. And then join me for the next live that I do. I am going to answer you guys' questions and stuff like that. And anything pertaining to what we're talking about with these celebrities and more. And we'll have more time to do that. So I really want to do that with you guys, have my cards out and everything. But I miss you guys and just really wanted to do a pre-intro to what's to come for the Celeb Edition, the Intuitive Minute Celeb Edition. So if you're excited, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget, go get my free book. It's free, guys, and it has great tips in there for your sadness, pain, anxiety, stress, you name it. And so you want to get that now so I can ship it out to you. It's a soft cover book and it's beautiful, guys. It's just amazing. So get it today. Click the link, which is thenajmahal.com, thenajmahal.com, and I'll send that out to you right away. All right. I'm trying to get a lot of things out before the holidays, or else you'll have to wait till next week, Monday, before I send anything else out. So I really want to get things done for you guys before the holiday for Thursday, because everything shuts down Thursday. All right, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Keep them in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. All right, and we go live, we go big. Have a great night. Bye, guys.